another tool tip of something that you could modify if you've got it. The porta power, or the body jack, is a really handy piece of kit to have around your workshop. Now we are talking a little bit of money here, but you can pick them up reasonably cheap. But being in the repair business, they're not just used for body work. They have a whole use of things around the workshop, because you can use them as a press. You can actually make a little frame and mount that in just temporarily and use it for pressing bushings out and stuff like this. Bushings. Just make some adapters, put it in a frame, pop them out, and then you can use this for all sorts of things. Now if you can see down here, it comes with a hydraulic jack. You know, this thing here. You know, that thing. That's good, but the reason we're doing this video is a modification I did. Because when I take out these cross members here for 300 TDIs, well, they can be a bit of a pain because you've got to stretch the chassis a bit. And when you're on your own, trying to pump that thing down there and hold that at the same time is a pain. So what I did was I got one of these refurbished air over oil units here. And they're really easy to use, so you can hold this up with one hand and go like this. And when you want it down again, you can go like that. Really easy. And again, if you combine that with your press, let's have a look at my press over here. I don't know if this is going to work. Bit junk everywhere. There it is. See, I've got one down there. I've got two of them. And on my press, it's up there. Look, you see, there's the ram up there. But you see, a press is really handy in a workshop. It's the bestest thing ever. I got this used for, I think it was £100, or no, it was $150 used, that was it. And it wasn't much at all, but what was happening was, it was pouring fluid out of here. I took it down to my machine shop man, who was a hydraulic expert, and he looked at it and he says, oh, just needs a screw tightening up under there. Bingo! Everything worked. So, very pleased at that. This is the tool I use all the time for doing transmissions, gearboxes, and pressing bearings in. And you can see perhaps you can see in the background, I have a myriad of tubes and bits and pieces to push bearings in and out. And one thing I wanted to show you, I'll go and get it over here because I'm never prepared for anything on videos, is this thing. When you're pushing out bushes for radius arms, they can be a pain in the arse. Backside, sorry. I'll edit that bit out, probably. So I went down to my machine shop and he turned me this down in a matter of seconds, and it's just to say under 2 inches. But you can see there's a dip in it, and that's to hold this back, if you see what I mean. So when you're pushing, let's get the proper way around. When you're pushing, you're not pushing against, so that's going to be your press. But if it was just flat, it would be like that. So you're forcing against the rubber first. And I mean, he didn't do a very good job, I must admit, but I was only there 5 minutes. He said, here, take that, and then he said, go. So this pushed him out, but then again, this body jack that I've just shown you was 10 ton, and this is 10 ton, and it was struggling. So, because some of these have been in, well, these have been in for nearly 25 years. Actually, to tell you honest truth, I don't know why we took them out, because they're quite good. But, customer wanted poly bushes, and poly bushes he shall get. And so that's it. So a press is really, really handy if you want to save up a little bit. And it doesn't have to be a great big thing like this. I mean, look at the size of it. It goes right down to, you know, you can put pins right down into the floor down there. A little benchtop one would be just fine. But get one that's like 10 ton, because believe me, if you're pushing out the what is it called, the A-frame, not a bush, what's it called, the pin at the back, God, I can't blank this one, I've got so much to do, but the ball, that's right, the ball at the top of the A-frame, if you've got to push that out, man, they do have take some getting out. I made a special tool about that too, but I'll do that in another video. But they are tricky to get out. I think the most we did was 25 tons on another shop to pushing out one of those joints. In fact, nowadays I think you can buy the joint in the housing itself, and believe me, if you haven't got a press, buy it with the thing. It's only a few more dollars more, but it's really worth it. So I hope that's a little bit of something about presses and things like that, and bits and pieces that's handy to have. They can be expensive, but you can buy them second hand, and there's nothing wrong at all about buying second hand tools and equipment. And if you get them that's a little bit damaged and you fix them up, and you can get them even cheaper still. Ooh, I've just noticed my collar just looked like Elvis Presley. Right, so that's it. So I hope you like that, and if you got any questions, send me a message and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.